Good morning, Unity of Payson.
Good morning.
And good morning to you who are joining us virtually as well. I didn't hear that good morning, but I'm assuming it's there. We're delighted you're here today. We gather with a prompt from a different spiritual tradition than many of you may be familiar with. But can you feel the energy of it as well on this beautiful Mother's Day? And I wish you all a happy Mother's Day. We'll talk more about that later as we go along, but would you now join me? Oh, I didn't say it, but I will. I'm Rev Neal Worthington. Would you join me in an opening prayer? God of all goodness, we are grateful for another day, another opportunity to move forward, to rise higher, an opportunity to be freer. And so today we celebrate and move into the freedom of letting go. And it is a spiritual freedom indeed. I am grateful for each who have joined us here this morning, for the time we'll spend together, for the inspiration we'll gather, for the learning that will be incorporated in our very being, and for the recognition that gets prompted, the recognition of who we really are, prompted by this time together. Again, we are so grateful, and so it is. Amen. Our host this morning may still be muted.
Oh, I unmuted, but it didn't stick. So sorry. It's time for the welcome and blessing of visitors. So welcome to Unity of Payson. We are so glad you're with us this morning. We want to recognize those of you who are new. If you're here with us in person and you're new, we invite you to remain after the service for fellowship and meet and greet. And also, please fill out a visitor's card at the greeters table so that we may get to know you. And if you're here with us and you're new virtually, please go to unityofpayson.org and leave your contact information for us so we can send you the weekly Monday email newsletter and you can know all the things that are happening. Again, we warmly welcome you. And from our Unity of Payson family, we say together, we love you, we bless you, we welcome you. And so it is. Now it is time for our opening song, and this will be from Karen Drucker. I relax, let go, release, and surrender.
I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I am well, I am well. All is well, all is well. I am well. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. And now it's time for our gratitudes. And first, I'd like to express gratitude for motherly love. And whether that's from Gaia, the earth, our mother, or whether that's from a mother to me, or me as a mother to someone else. I am just grateful for motherly love. And I have a picture here of my mom, and this is when she was young. And I also have a picture at Unity in person of her in a Valentine's heart. Her birthday was Valentine's Day. And so if after the service, when you look at the pictures of moms on the back table, if you see one in a Valentine's heart, that's my mama. Okay, so we're grateful for the technology that allows us to meet both virtually and in person. We have gathered such a wonderful online community as a result of the pandemic that we have people attending virtually from all over the country. So we're going to continue that. And we're grateful for our activities that we actually have in person and online each week. Some of those include A Course in Miracles, Qigong, Tai Chi, and Cards and Games, and The Gathering, and other. We're going to have more announcements at the end after the message today and after the offering. We'll talk more about the things coming up this week. So again, check the Monday email newsletter. And if you're not on our email list, please give your email address to one of the greeters and we will get you on our email list. Okay, so Unity of Payson's theme for May is letting go. And let's, oh, wait a second. I'm sorry. I'm on page 3. Let's go back. Well, Unity is grounded in meditation and affirmative prayer. We have trained prayer chaplains to support you. Our chaplains are available to pray with you. You may call or email your request to neil.unityofpayson@gmail.com. neil.unityofpayson@gmail.com. Our prayer team and Silent Unity will join you in prayer for more than 30 days. All prayer requests are held sacred and confidential. Like I said earlier, if you would like personalized prayer support, please leave your contact information, your email, your phone number, and a chaplain will return the call and will connect with you. If you're here in person and would like prayer support today, please connect with one of our chaplains who will be wearing a prayer stole. So now it's time for Unity of Payson's theme for May, letting go. And let's say the affirmation together. It's in white on the screen, but hope you can see it. Here we go. I accept and allow things to be as they are. I release what is not the truth of me. Unburdened, I flourish. Today's speaker is Rev Neal Worthington, and the title of his talk is Let It Go. And now for our metaphysical moment. I will be reading from the Daily Word today, which is Mother's Blessing, May 8th, 2022. I bless all mothers everywhere. The word mother brings to mind love, gentleness, nurturance, and compassion. Even if I did not experience these qualities from the woman who gave me life, I give thanks for them, those qualities, in everyone who has inspired me and touched me. To everyone who has blessed me with a mother's care, I send you love. I say a prayer of thanks for your presence in my life, for the sacrifices you made to give me the opportunity to grow and learn. You taught me the power of love and gentleness and the strength found in giving. You taught me above all to be true to myself. You are a leader who has taught me to lead by example. I send you thoughts of infinite love and peace as I join with others in gratitude and joy today. From Proverbs 31:26, she opens her mouth with wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. Wow, there's so much in here that I can relate to. But the first thing that came to mind was on Facebook. I follow a goats group because I think goats are cute. And this was a little short video, a reel, and it said that when my goats are spooked, they come running to mama. And there was some thunder happening, and 4 or 5 goats were running to the mama, the lady who cared for them. And I just thought, it's so true. You know, we run to mama for protection, and that's how it should be. And so it is. Okay, so now it is time for our speaker, Reverend Neal, to give his message to us.
Looks like we have some noise in the background. Make sure people are muted. Thank you to our virtual greeters who also try to help us with that technology. Let it go. Did you hear that? Let it go. There was a very large and muscular snake slithering away in a residential area, and it happened on a sharp saw laid out kind of from some project that was going on. And as it slithered over that saw, it cut itself. and the snake became angry. So in typical snake fashion, it wrapped itself around that saw, saying, I'm going to squeeze the life out of this saw. And so it did. Squeezed and squeezed, and the saw was still there, didn't yield. And it was painful because the cuts multiplied, but the snake kept squeezing and squeezing and squeezing until, you know it, the life went out of the snake. Interesting story, a little metaphor for us. Sometimes we squeeze and want to just get the life out of something that's stuck in our craw, and eventually we diminish our own life. That's what we'd like to talk about today, letting it go so that we can flourish. Today we'll talk a little bit about self-awareness, because that's part of the process, and that means becoming aware of some things that we may not currently be consciously aware of. Then we'll talk about compassion a little bit too. Big part of letting it go. So first of all, let's talk about it in three ways. Let's talk about compassion. Let's talk about letting go. Let's talk about becoming free using the hands, the grasp, using the mind, and using the heart. Letting go with our hands, our mind, and our heart. You undoubtedly have known somebody who was a hoarder. I'm not saying you are, no accusations here. Well, you may have a few extra things in the closet and the storage bin may be overflowing, but you know the hoarders that they have a house full of dozens of cats or dogs, maybe, or books and magazines and papers piled to the ceiling, so there's barely a pathway to move through the house. That's someone who needs to know how to let go. And we sure all do need that. And that's the idea of taking our hands, which are grasped around those things that we can't seem to let go of. They don't serve any purpose in our life, but we can't seem to let go of them. We just got that solid grasp. And to pry our fingers from those to let go is our challenge. Long time ago, when I was post-college years, I was in the Army. I was stationed in San Angelo, Texas, not San Antonio. And while I was there, I connected with a youth group. We went on a retreat, 2-3 days, as I remember. We got kind of integrally involved with each other. We got to know each other well. We bonded a little bit. And we did a number of exercises, including trust falls and, you know, things like that that you did in the, well, that was a few years ago. But anyway, I remember one exercise particularly. It was an exercise which we paired off into 2 groups. I think there was about 12 in each group. And we simulated being on a moon mission. We were on a moon mission. And we had a list of supplies that we had with us, but we had been separated from the craft that would bring us back to safety and Earth. And we had to figure out what we could dispose of, what we could let go in order to get back to that craft so that we could be saved. Well, it so happened that in the process of doing that, I ended up as the leader. I don't know why, but I remember so strongly that there were food items that we had to let go, and some people just couldn't let go of that one. No, not that, let go of this. And we all had different things that we needed to let go of. Matches. Well, you can't use matches on the moon, but we had them in our provisions. We had to let that go. But there were a couple of people that just didn't want to let go of those matches. That was survival. At any rate, the process of letting go was critical to survival. Or I'm going to say today, the process of letting go is critical to flourishing. Not just this hoarding sense of letting go from our grasp, but the letting go from our grasp of opinions, maybe. How about opinions? You have some strong opinions. You just want everybody to think exactly like you do and the world will be all right. And we can't let go of that opinion. Or maybe control. I know there's no control freaks here or with us online, but sometimes we just think, oh, it would just go right if I could have control of this situation. We see that played out on a national and an international level too. The need to control, the inability to let go so that we may flourish. How about judgments? If you have judgments that you've held for a long period of time, again, you know it's just right. And so you can't let that go. Well, keeps you from being free, keeps you from flourishing. Or maybe resentments, decades long held resentments that you've held over years and years and years, unable to fully let those go. Well, I'm proposing, if you would really be free, if you would really flourish, that the hands that grasp and the virtual hand, maybe not virtual, but the imaginary hands that grasp these things that are a part of our life that bind us up. There's where we start in terms of letting go. We let go with our hands. We also let go with our mind. So, funny thing about the mind is, wherever we focus, wherever we keep our mind engaged, that's what our world is going to look like. And even though we have a heart's desire that's out there that we're never achieving, we just can't get there, we hold on to what our thoughts are about some things. Again, from our perspective, that's just the right way to do it. And so we reinforce that again and again. And sometimes it's totally unconscious. We don't even remember it, but we think that, I guess we're supposed to think about 60,000 thoughts a day, and many of them are the same thought over and over again. And some of those are thoughts that don't serve us at all and are on the list for letting go. There are also things that within us that we need to let go. Because when we just open the doors of our mind to a new perspective, somehow something can come in that helps us to clear out what we don't know. So we look to open our mind. There's a beautiful poem that I want to share with you. You may have heard it before. It's a Rumi poem called The Guest House. And it really brings this out very clearly, that there may be things that come into our life. If we allow them and even welcome them, they will help us to let go. There you go. Rumi's The Guest House. This being, this human being, this being human, I did that a couple different ways, is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep through your house, empty it of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Our mind has a set perspective so often. We don't open ourselves to a new perspective, to a shift in perspective, which would really get us where we want to go, which would free us to experience so much more. So opening our mind, allowing, it to accept and welcome all that comes in order that may clear out that which is not useful for us so that we may flourish. So there's well, I'm going to name it, but don't worry about the name. A thing called the Johari principle. I don't know if anybody knows about that. Johari principle says there are things that we know and that those around us know. So we know and they know. There are things that we know, but they don't know. They're secrets. And there are things, ironically, that they know that we don't know. And our challenge is to take that which we know and they don't know, allow it full disclosure, allow that vulnerability, and things that they don't know, or they do know and we don't know, to listen, to hear, perhaps from a valued friend or a counselor, in order that we may move forward. We can't become self-aware enough to get rid of some of these things until we go through a process of vulnerability and of listening. So self-awareness is so critical for us. You remember the phrase, "You shall know the truth and the truth will make you free." How often do you sit in self-observation? How often do you just get quiet? How often do you ask a friend, a partner, a valued counselor? How do you see it? Maybe I'm blind to something. But if you can get there, you will know the truth. The truth will make you free. Reminds me of that scripture from the Christian scriptures. By the renewing of your mind. It's the renewing, making it new, making it what it really is, getting rid of all that's been hoarded, pushing that aside, letting it go, so that we may be renewed, alive, invigorated. And then there's the heart, as we're able to let go from the heart. By opening our heart, we are freed. So I really love the practice, and I'm going to read something more. Practice of someone that you know, the Dalai Lama, how to be compassionate. We talk about the heart, we talk about love, we talk about compassion, but we don't very well know how to do that. First of all, there's compassion for somebody else. Compassion is a general term, something where we become aware of someone else's pain, perhaps. And that's great, that compassion. And it's especially great when we exercise that with ourselves, our self-compassion. When we truly become aware, allow ourselves to feel and become aware of that pain. Again, helps to have that process of self-observation. But then it goes a little bit further. How about when we truly understand the pain of someone else? When we can empathize with them, or turning it around, when we can empathize with ourselves. Then we're on the road to a freedom that will allow us to really grow. And we're going to get to that grow next week. But back to the Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama has a very rigorous spiritual practice. I believe he gets up about 3 in the morning and meditates for about 4 hours to get it started, to get his day started. And he has a particular practice that is freeing for him, but also impactful in the world. I'm not sure what he's we share with you what he says in this book, How to Be Compassionate. Every day in the early morning, I do this practice in a general way and with regard to all living beings. I also single out Chinese leaders and officials who make decisions to torture or to kill particular Tibetans, his people. I visualize them and I draw myself into their ignorance, prejudice, hatred, and pride. I feel that even if some portion of their negative attitudes came inside me due to my own training, it would not influence my behavior and turn me into a negative person. Because of this, ingesting their negativities is not that bad for me, and I view it as a lessening of their problems through compassion. I do this with such strong feeling that if later in the day I hear of new atrocities, although one part of my mind might get angry, the main part is still under the influence of my morning practice. The intensity of the anger quickly reduces to the point where it is groundless. Whether this meditation really helps those officials or not, it gives me peace of mind. The personal benefit is immense. Remember, compassion is not based on agreeing with the actions of others. It is based on recognizing that we are all similar in wanting happiness and not wanting pain, even if we have silly ideas about how to achieve those goals. So where are you in this situation? Where are you in terms of opening your heart? Can you open your heart to those around you? Can you open your heart even to yourself? And then maybe sometimes, can you even do that to a degree? And I don't suspect that you'll be right up there with the Dalai Lama. I know I won't. But can you do that where you can feel the pain, feel the confusion, feel the very negative sorts of things, but yet secure in the knowledge that you are divine in nature? You can mitigate that which happens in our world. Seems like a big task, but let's start with mitigating just a very little thing. Allow that which you do not agree with, what you think is unprincipled, what you think is reprehensible. Draw that within you just a little bit. Let that connect with the divine in you. And you will know through compassion. You will have opened your heart. And you will let go of those judgments that you may have had. And you will be free. So, Rick, I want you to put up a slide I've got here. If you were here last week, you'll remember that we had a polarity map. We called it the acceptance polarity map. And now, well, we're working on it. We're going to get a letting go polarity map today. There we go. It's that infinity signal on its symbol on its side. And you see on the left, letting go, the contrasting value is that of holding on. You know, going back to moms are good at holding on for their kids, nurturing them, making sure that what they need, they get, making sure they are protected. But moms eventually get to the point where they have to let go. The nest empties, kids go off to college, they become an adult, and there's a letting go. So moms are maybe a little more practiced at that than us who are not moms. But as you see on that right-hand side, when you're holding on, you get to the bottom, there's a place of fear. Fear that you're going to lose something. Fear that you won't have something that you want. Fear that somebody else is going to think ill of you. And so you hold on. It's only as you can walk through that, not easy, you can walk through that you ascend to the other side where you're on the top, where you can actually make some action plans. There where you let go. And we'll go through this, just a couple of things. Making some action plans so you can let go for the purpose of freedom. How do we do that? By the way, if you have your polarity map at home, go home and put those new terms. It's the letting go polarity map, letting go on one side, holding on the other. Those two are important values. Holding on isn't wrong, but so when we stay there too long, we don't ever get to the letting go, which frees us. We talked about the power of strength as one of Unity's 12 powers. The ability to persist, to endure, to hold on, to stay the course. That's on the one side of holding on. And those are good values, but somehow we can get mired in that and never get to the place where we can let go to experience that freedom. And of course, we have the power of release, the ability to release, to deny, to remove, to let go. That's on the other side. And that's what we're talking about today. That's where our focus is, to be able to release, let go. I love the song we sang, relax, let go, release, surrender. It's a lot of fun for one thing, but it's true. As we're able to do that. So here's how we do that. I'm going to suggest that we just ask ourselves 3 simple questions. We talked about opening our hands, opening our mind, opening our heart. So take note of that. I see somebody, Anne Marie's taking notes over here. Way to go, Anne Marie. Ask yourself this question when you get up in the morning. What is mine to let go today? Could be opinion, could be resentment, could be stuff in the storage room. What is mine to let go of today? Simple. If you do it, it's going to make a difference. With regard to your mind, ask the question, who am I really? And am I acting that way? Am I an expression of the divine? Do I remember who I really am? How I was created? We talk about that often. More conversation needed. But who am I in truth? And do I act that way? And then with regard to your heart, who is mine to love today? Could be you. Could be you. Could be somebody you just don't get along with. But would you be free? If you ask these questions, insert this into your practice. It'll allow you to let go of some of the shackles that hold you down, hold you back. It'll allow you to be free, allow you to flourish. I challenge you to tiptoe into this, give it a try, maybe on a small scale. The more you do it, the more you'll want to do it. Remember that snake wrapped around that saw? So it's like us. Can we loosen our grip? Can we say, I don't have to squeeze the life out of that person? I don't have to squeeze the life out of that situation. I can let it go. And if I do, I don't diminish my life. I elevate it. So I challenge you and myself to let go. Let go. And so it is.
Thank you, Reverend Neal, for that reminder that there's a balance between holding on and letting go. And to be able to get into that flow. So now it's time to prepare for our meditation, and we will listen to Terry Wilder sing I Allow as our meditation song.
receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I am all I need now. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I am all I need now.
So let's take some time to integrate that which really is connected with you this morning. I'm going to do that in the quiet. That beautiful place of divine awareness and self-awareness. So just breathe with me. Perhaps close your eyes. And breathe in. And then in the breathing out, let it go. Even that exhale is the symbol of letting go. And again, we breathe in, we let go. Once more. We breathe in life, and we let go what does not serve us. And in this quiet time, I want you to use your imagination. Won't be too hard because you've had this thing stirring around in you forever. That's what your true heart's desire is. Not a person, not a place, not a situation, but that true value that is for you, your heart's desire. And open yourself to the fact that it can be fulfilled. It can be expressed. It can be manifest. Notice that you've expanded. You have more capacity when you dwell on your true heart's desire. Look way to the side, left and right. And you'll see there, but don't dwell on them, things that you've held on to. You just had to hold on. Notice them. That's it. Even some that are behind you that you may have mostly let go. But note those things and then move on. And ask yourself a question. In the quiet and the peace of your soul, what is mine to let go today? what is mine to let go today? And we spend just a moment in silence. Then we lift our eyes. And as we do, we ask the question, who am I? Who am I truly? Just allow to flood into you whatever comes to you, who you truly are, the goodness of you, the wonder of you, the joy of you, and you add whatever comes to you, the peace of you, whatever comes to you. Who am I truly? And in the quiet, ask this question, am I willing to be who I truly am? And we turn to our heart. And we ask what might be a difficult question, but the answer will be clear. Who is mine to love today? What must I let go? Who is mine to love today? Let me sit for a moment in the silence. And as we return our awareness to this time, in this place, wherever we are, we come renewed. We have a fresh perspective. We have a warm heart. And so we open our eyes and wiggle our fingers and toes so that we know we're back in this world, but we're changed. We'll respond differently. We are so grateful. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. So now is the time that we share our gifts and our offerings. Unity of Payson greatly appreciates your gifts in support of this ministry. These gifts not only support this spiritual community, but they also go out to the larger community. As you listen to the offering song, you'll have time to make a contribution. The offering basket will be passed in person, and if you're attending virtually, please go to unityofpayson.org and click on the Donate Support button, and the information for giving is on the slides. So now let's bring our attention to our gifts at this time. And let's call to mind our heart's desire. And let's breathe that in. And together we affirm, freely we give and freely we receive. Translucent, Mark Stanton Welch, is our offertory song.
have come to this island to find paradise, rediscover the me I am, reclaim my power, fully devour the life that's been placed in these hands. I shall become translucent, see all the beauty as memories get washed away. I shall stand on a new shore, divinely reborn, to celebrate. Translucent, translucent, revealing a brand new me. Oh, translucent, translucent, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. Island to find paradise, rediscover the me I am. Here I reclaim my power, fully devour the life that's been placed in these hands. I can feel it, I can feel it. I shall become translucent, see all the beauty as memories get washed away. I shall stand on a new shore, divinely reborn, to celebrate. Everybody sing it out. Translucent, translucent, revealing a brand new me. Oh, translucent, translucent, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new, it's a brand new day. It's a brand new, it's a brand new. I have come to this island to find paradise, rediscover the me I am. Yes, here I reclaim my power to fully devour the life that's been placed in these hands. I can feel it, I can feel it. I shall become translucent, see all the beauty as memories get washed away. I shall stand on the new shore, divinely reborn, to celebrate. Everybody sing it out. Translucent, translucent, revealing a brand new me. Oh, translucent, translucent, it's a brand new day. 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 Translucent, translucent, revealing a brand new me. Oh, translucent, translucent, it's a brand new day. 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 I'm gonna dance my brand new. I'm gonna lose the brand, gonna play. I'm gonna dance my brand new. I'm gonna lose the brand, gonna play. I'm gonna dance my brand new. I'm gonna lose the brand, gonna play. I'm gonna dance my brand new day. It's a brand new day.
Yes, a brand new day. So now it is time for the dedication of the offering. We bless these gifts. We bless the givers. We see these gifts circulating like lifeblood to give power where it is needed and energy where it is needed. Let's say together, divine love through us blesses and multiplies all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive. We are abundantly prosperous, and we are grateful. So I'd like to ask Ed if you would bring the flowers back to the back table where all the Mother's Day cards are.
You double duty yet?
Trying to find the arms on it, but,
No, I took the arms off because
oh,
it's
you took them off?
Okay, so we're going to mute. I'm going to mute everybody who's online. Okay. And is it time for our
Donna.
connection time?
Donna, I'm going to go ahead and make a remark or two here. So we are delighted to have both the virtual community and the in-person community. And now is what we call a connection time. We got our slide up there. So I'd like us to now put that slide down and put a gallery view up. So those of us who are here can see those of us, or those of you who are, and Ed is now beginning. So there's the gallery. If you're here online and you can put your camera on so we can see you, that would be great. So there's the rest of our gathering this morning online, and Ed, go ahead and pan now, if we can take that gallery view down and come back to
trying
our.
to get you in there.
So as you see,
Hey, everybody.
well, stop just a minute.
Hi.
Come back. I want to come back to something. I want to come back to the weaving over there on the, can everybody see that weaving in the Unity Payson box? There's a beautiful weaving. Oh, we got mothers popping up all over the place too. Beautiful weaving that Joy is here in Colorado did for us. We haven't yet finally figured out exactly where it's going to have a home, but we wanted to show it to you. But go ahead and pan now so that we can, we've got Rick and Tom and Claudette and Scott and
Look
Joanne.
at Terry. Terry has her real mother here. We have to honor her.
Oh,
Hi, Sammy.
you did notice that Terry has a real mother here. So go ahead and pan all the rest of the way, and we get an idea of where we are together when we do that. And everybody's waving. I like that. So we're coming back to the idea of mothers. If you didn't notice when you came in, there's a lot of mothers on the back table. It was kind of there are two instigators here, Claudette and Marianne, who came up. I think it was Claudette's idea to bring pictures of your mother, and some of you online have pictures as well. And so we honor those mothers, the ones that held on when we needed them, and the ones that let go. And there are other mothers. I love the song "I Relax, Let Go" because with the animals in the pictures, that was so much fun. We have a lot of pet mothers here, I know, in this congregation. We honor pet mothers today, and one of our pet mothers and offspring or child or, but what's her name?
That's Cody.
Toby, boy?
Cody.
Cody.
Yes.
Cody is here. So Take a we- bow, Cody. We have a
Separation.
furry child here this morning. We honor them. And if you're here in person, would you, at the end of the service, the flowers that were up here, they're for you. If you're a mother or have served in that mother role, you want one of those flowers to go home with you. So just take that. Make sure not to go home without one. So thank you all. And let's come back with our flowers. Just because we don't want you who are here virtually to be left out, Rick's gonna give you a bouquet of flowers. We're working on it. Okay, we're almost there. There you are. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are here virtually. You that are here in person can have that too, but we wanted to give you flowers as well. If you're a mother, even if you're not, we're giving you flowers today. It's a flower day. So Donna, I don't know, did you have anything else here that you wanted to add in this connection time?
Oh, no, the connection time, I just held up Benji, the Bengal cat, but he's down now. But I thought we were going to move on to next Sunday. Yeah?
Okay.
All right. Next Sunday's speaker Reverend Neal Worthington, and his talk title, Let It Grow. Let It Grow. We continue with our theme for May, which is letting go. And let's see. I accept and allow things to be as they are. I release what is not the truth of me. Unburdened, I flourish. So next week, we're going to flourish together. So I will share a few announcements with you, but there are many things happening. Please check the website at unityofpayson.org or the Monday email newsletter for all the details. So we have all meetings on Zoom. We have most meetings on Zoom unless otherwise noted. And the Zoom channel is right at, you click on it at the website, unityofpayson.org. Okay. Our regular weekly events are Morning Cafe, Monday through Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Qigong and Tai Chi, moving meditation with Teresa, Sundays and Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. Cards and games at K's every Thursday at 1. The Gathering at K's every Sunday at 1. And organic gardening at Shanti Olmsted. Contact Ram to participate. So let's talk about the gathering. So we have, for the gathering today, we have a wellness meditation and a call to spirit, discussion about how daily rituals can impede change, and a chimes meditation. Please call the number on the screen to confirm attendance. And we also have, I already mentioned Morning Cafe, but we have the writers group coming up. And that's going to be on the 12th, Thursday from 4 to 5 p.m. It's the second and fourth Thursdays on Zoom. And it's going well. It's going well. It's a lot of fun. So join us if you haven't before. If you love to write, that's the only requirement. And we also have Sunset on the Rim on, let's see, the 13th of May at 6 p.m. And that's on Forest Road 300, Rim Lakes Vista. It's a beautiful place. Bring your drums and your voice and join in. And that's hosted by Tom. And then we have a PS from Neil.
I just want to tag on to that Sunset on the Rim. It's now warm enough that we can do it again. And that's a wonderful time to just go up there to spend some time in the beauty of that vista, looking down south and west and observing the sunset. Nature, a wonderful place to get spiritual renewal. So join us if you can, and we have some drumming to go with it. And so that if you need a ride in your, needless to say, this is an in-person Payson event. If you need a ride and you want to connect with somebody, let me or somebody else know and figure it out, and we'll all get up there and drum away and enjoy the sunset.
Neil, Reverend Neil, I would like to add something from the chat.
Yes.
Phyllis will be playing live next Sunday, and the gathering is today at 1 o'clock.
Great. Again, Sunset on the Rim is Friday, the 13th. Friday the 13th. My goodness. Okay. So it's time for us to close our group together. So if you're here in person, please stand with us and kind of connect with other people as we sing the peace song, and then we have the prayer for protection. So here we go.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace family are we. Now we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me, and this is the moment now. With every step I take, this is my joy as well. I take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am light. The love of God enfolds us. I am love. The power of God protects us. I am power. And the presence of God watches over us. I am presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you so much for being here. Happy Mother's Day. See you again soon.